Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this is going to be the part 2 to the video me and Zakar made yesterday, entitled The Two Marks in the Bible. Okay, and we went through the first mark in that video, and then the phone died. So this is going to be the part 2 dealing with the second mark, right? The first mark was the good mark, the spiritual mark spoken about in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter and the 4th verse, also known as a seal in different scriptures. Okay, those that were sealed, with the seal of the Most High. Okay, those are the ones that are not going to be overcome by the mark, but are going to overcome the mark through the power of Yahweh Shai. Now, I'm going to read Revelations 13. See, so this is going to be the second mark, right? Dealing with the physical mark, because this is a physical mark. And I'm going to start from verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." Okay, and this is that system. They speak softly, they speak smooth words. As the scriptures say, an enemy speaketh smoothly with his lips. Okay, but their policies and the different things that they're passing and the different things that they're saying, okay, are really draconian. Okay, but they say it in a soft manner. Oh, we just want to help the people. This is for your safety, so on and so forth. Okay, everything that you see in those dystopian movies, they always paint it to the people that it's for their benefit, you see. And the 2 horns would represent the 2 sides of this beast, which would be the so-called liberal, and the other side would be the so-called conservatives, which would also be known as the Democratic and the Republicans, which none of them deal with the truth. You see, the liberal side or the Democratic side, they're on some whole completely left madness, where you could say you're a cat, and then the teachers have to give you a kitty litter, and they're on that kind of madness. They're like completely, it's madness. All right. And the right is more like, now we're not with that, we're with families and so on and so forth. But they don't deal with the truth either. They're both liars, both sides. Okay, because I'll tell you something, them Republicans, they deal with the truth up until the point it comes to the wickedness of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Up until it's that point, they don't deal with that. Nah. That's victim mentality. Okay? They'll deal with any truth except for that. Like Candace Owens, she mentioned the white supremacy is on a low on the totem pole of so-called black problems. And then she went and proceeded to mention one of the main problems is deletion of children. I'll say it that way. And what else did she say? She said something else. Deletion of children, and damn. I'm trying to remember what the second thing was she said. It was the deletion of children, and damn, bro. Damn. I'm trying to remember the second thing, but both of the things she said was tied to Edomite supremacy. Both of those things she said was completely tied to Edomite supremacy. First of all, that whole deletion of the children thing, Margaret Sanger was targeting you Jakes, and she said that she didn't want the word to go out, that she wanted to exterminate the Negro population. So that's not Edomite supremacy. That's not eugenics. You see what I'm saying to you? You understand? Oh, and then she said fatherless households, which that was all listen, that goes back to Edomite supremacy. Okay, dealing with the whole welfare system and all that. You can watch the movie Claudine. They were doing that to you Israelites so that they can take the man out of the house. For what reason? I'll show you. It's all in the scriptures, man. The scriptures breaks it down. This is Matthew 12 and verse. This is in verse 29. It says, or else, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 28. It says, but if I cast out devils by the Spirit of the Most High, then the kingdom of the Most High is come unto you. Or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house? You see, because the father is the strength of the house, mentally and physically. Okay, he comes with because men have a knack. Real men, they have a knack to see things that's not right. No, I don't know. That's wicked. That's off. You know, if you notice, who are the most of the people that's marching for these wicked agendas, these transformer agendas and all these different things? It's the women, okay, because they're susceptible to Satan. So what did Esau do? He attacked the weaker vessel while removing the men out of the picture and also weakening the men. So this is all part of Esau's agenda, and that was all part of Edomite supremacy. But that chick, Candace Owens, she act like that was completely that was not associated with one another. So you see, so both sides of the coin are deception. Whether it be Republican or Democrat, they're both deception. Liberal, conservative. If you believe in this political system at all, in any way, you are lost. Okay? It says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, which is the Roman Empire, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders. And well, let me break that down. Whose deadly wound was healed, because the Roman Empire went down, the pagan Roman Empire went down, and it became the Holy Roman Empire, where Israelites were ruling, so-called black men, okay, were the Caesars and things of that nature. Okay, that's when the Edomites went down to Western Europe. Okay, this is the Roman Empire that's back up now, the pagan Roman Empire ruled by the Edomites. Okay. It came back up during the Renaissance period, okay, and that's when they eventually started to take down those dark images, put up what they call Renaissance art, and then put you Israelites in slavery. Some of the first slave ships were in Portugal and Spain. Why? Because of the Moors. We were ruling Europe at that time. Okay, the Irish, the Scots, the English, the Germans, the Russians, right? The Tsars were descendants of Israelites, so-called black men. Okay. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, right? His missiles, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Okay, his different technology, and he's going to use this CHIP, the CHIP, to show you miracles. Oh, look, he couldn't speak, now he can speak. He couldn't see, now he can see. He couldn't move his legs, now he can walk. These are miracles that they're going to be doing as well with these things, and it's going to make these people want to get it. Oh, you can pay with your just waving your hand. Wow. Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And the image is the system. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. Okay, when you look up that word mark, it's charagma. Okay, we're going to go into the word charagma, which we always go into it, but we're going to go into it again. Look up the word charagma, and it says charagma, it says a stamp, an imprinted mark, something physical, of the mark stamped on the forehead or on the hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which technically, if you do take that, you're the ultimate Antichrist. Okay, ultimate Hamashiach. The mark branded upon horses, things carved, sculpted, graven work. This is the best one. Things carved, sculpted, graven work, because they're going to sculpt it into you. Now, when you look at the root of the word charagma, it's physical. This is all physical. Not the same as the mark we spoke about yesterday. Okay, it's a pale, a stake, a palisade. And when you look at the device, well, let's take a look at the device. Let's take a look at the device. And you notice, by the way, I have this pulled up. I typed in the place with the most micro C-hipped people, and it's in Sweden. Okay, why is it in Sweden? Why is it not in Nigeria or something like that? Because the majority of people that are in this place are Edomites. So they love this idea of this technology because they have no connection to the Most High. Okay? You see what I'm saying? They don't have connection to the Most High. So they like this idea. But Jake is like, nah, I'm not with that. Because in their spirit, for the most part, I'm saying for the most part, you know, because in their spirit, they're against this. Because this is against the Heavenly Father. But guess what? These Jakes are going to end up taking it anyway because Esau is going to force them into a corner. And since they don't have faith in Yahweh Shai, they're going to take it. Okay? And even there's a lot of Edomites that have enough sense to know that this is not a good thing because they know, they research things, they study things, they see what these elites are up to. Okay? Anyways. Syringe. I'm trying to find the best way to write this. Now you spell syringe. Oh, no, I didn't spell that. I spelled syringe. Let's see. Okay. That's Yringe. Okay, perfect. Now, you look at this, right? Take a good look. Where is it? Yeah, this is it right here. Okay, take a good look at this. And look at how it's shaped at the bottom. You see how it's shaped? See how it's kind of pointy at the bottom? This is the same shape of a palisade. Now, this is the root word for charagma, which is karax. All right? And this looks like just like what? A palisade. Okay? See this? Perfect image. Let's open this up. Perfect image. Look at the end of this. This is a palisade. This is shaped as a palisade. Okay? Or a stake. Let's type in stake. See how it pops up. Stake. Look at how this is shaped. Look at this image right here. You see? So the Spirit is revealing to you exactly what that other mark is speaking about. Speaking about the mark of Revelations 13. It's something physical, and it's going to be used by a device like a palisade to put that, to graft that mark into you. Okay, once you have that, we're going to show you that this is how you're going to be able to buy and sell. Okay, now the next word, it says they receive a mark in therefore. See, this word epi, when you look at some of these translations, it'll tell you on the hand, and that in itself confuses people. Oh, this translation says on. This is why you have to go to the Hebrew, and you have to go back to the Greek. You know, you have to learn some Latin. You have to learn different things to really break down these scriptures correctly. Okay? Now, this word for epi, when you really look up this word epi, okay, it's not upon, it's not on, it's not at, it's not by, it's not before. Okay? The correct definition for this word epi is in. Okay? You see, it comes up 120 times, but you have on 196 times. On is a mistranslation for the word epi. Or upon. That's a mistranslation. Okay? The correct translation, when you look up this word epi, go do your research and look up the word epi. The correct translation is in. All right? You have to do some research too, man. We can't just spoon feed you everything. You have to do some research yourself. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right? You ever heard of Elon Musk and the Neuralink? Well, let me show you. Well, you know what? Let's just type in Neuralink. Neuralink, excuse me. Now it says developing ultra high bandwidth brain machine interfaces to connect human and computers. Okay, and this is not the only company that does this. You understand? Here's a good one. It says Neuralink is developing a fully implanted wireless high channel count brain computer interface BCI with the goal of enabling people with paralysis. Didn't I tell you about the miracles that they're going to be trying to do with this? These people are the devil. Okay, you have to understand that. All right, they're going to be trying to do all kind of, he could walk, he could do this, he could do that, based upon what? Based upon their miracles, where they're going to deceive you. Their left hand miracles, their satanic miracles, if you will. Anyways, so this is supposed to be focusing on things that are going into the brain. Okay, C-hips that go into the brain. So you see how this system is being developed, and after that whole C-19, which pushed forward their agenda immensely, okay, you can see that they're moving forward with their plans, man, to create a digital society. All right, so continuing on, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, which you had the leader of IUIC say, this is ridiculous, these things are not used for selling. Years ago he said that. Now we can clearly see that this is what it's being used for, but it's not just that. It's going to be a ID. It's going to be your passport. It's going to be your information dealing with the health, things of that nature. Okay, all these things are going to be on that one device. Now, I'm going to just play a bit of this, but you can read the title. It says, I put a payment C-hip in my hand to replace my wallet. And we have to speak like this because they constantly take down our videos. I wonder why. Okay, let's go.
I can't believe he just paid with his hand. Like, you just literally put your hand up and you're good to go. Like, that's crazy.
See, that's all you need. I don't need anything else. Okay, and I'm not gonna play too much because then they start to say, oh, copyright, such and such. So we're just gonna keep it like that. You can clearly see this Edomite devil. He went and got the C-hip. Okay, he got the C-hip. Look, you see it? Bada bing, bada boom. And he has no problem with that. He's like, oh, yeah, this is wonderful. Why? Because he's an Edomite. You see what I'm saying? Although there's Jakes with that mindset too, but they could be tares. They could be tares that just look like Israelites. You have the parable of the tares and the wheats too. Just because they look like Israelites, that doesn't make them Israelites. That's why this thing is not based upon a skin color. It's just based upon the spirit. Okay? But anyways, regardless of the matter, anyone who takes this is going to be destroyed. Okay? But specifically dealing with you Israelites. Any of you Israelites that take this, you're not making it into the kingdom. Okay? You're not making it into the kingdom. You're not going to go, okay, it's all forgiven. No, you have to be destroyed. You have to be sent back. You have to get judgment, point blank, period. Now let's go to Revelations, the 14th chapter, which the next verse, matter of fact, you can finish off the next verse. For people say, oh, you didn't finish the last verse. Okay, well, let's finish the last verse. It says, let me go back to 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So unless you have that device, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, when you look at this thing, it's everything surrounding it is tied to this number 666. Okay, why? All right, these elites know what they're doing. Okay, when you go into the patent, a particular bill they passed dealing with this, it all had 666 tied to it. The barcode, it used to be common knowledge that the barcode was, had the 3 6s in it. But now, since all this information is coming out, they switch things up, they confuse things. So, listen, when you're spiritual, you can see these things. If you're not spiritual, you don't have the faith, well, hey, it wasn't meant for you to get it. Okay, you can believe what you want to believe. But we're showing you this through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. So this is Revelations 14 in verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same, you understand what I'm saying? If you receive this mark now, the same shall, not might, not maybe, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So if you're in the land of America, you're guaranteed to feel that nuclear fire. Okay? You see what I'm saying? That's what it's saying. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay? Judgment is coming to you, because if you take that, you failed the test completely. And the smoke of and you made your choice. You said, listen, Esau, Edom, and the elites of Esau, Edom are my God. That's what you're saying. And this is what Esau's intentions are, to be the Most High over you. Okay? And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So how can you receive it and repent if you're never going to get rest? You see what I'm saying to you? And that doesn't mean you're going to be burning forever. Okay, this means you're going to get that judgment of that nuclear fire. You see what I'm saying? That's and that's not going to be a slow death. The Lord's going to slow that down so you can feel that. Now let's get, because I made a mention that the elites are trying to be like the Most High. Let's get Isaiah the 14th chapter. And this is exactly what they're trying to do. This is exactly what the C-hip is all about. Them playing as if they're the Most High. And I knew as a child when they would do certain things and talking about splicing genes, even as a child, I say, they're trying to play God. Even as a young guy, young kid, I knew that. All right. Anyways, this is Isaiah 14 and verse 12. I'll start at verse 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And Lucifer is not speaking about the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, but that's another lesson. Okay, son of the morning. This is speaking of the elites of this society in this particular verse. How art thou fallen from, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Right, which is what he's meaning. What he's going to be ruling, over the Israelites. That's what it means. The mount of the congregation. Who's the congregation of the Most High? The Israelites. Okay. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. Did he not go into outer space? Why is he doing that? Because this is his mindset. I will be like the Most High. He's trying to be like the Heavenly Father. Let's get 2 Thessalonians. 2nd chapter. Brothers always bring this out because this is heavy hitting. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. What does the word perdition mean? It means destruction, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Okay, so these Edomites were set up to do that, to try to be like the Most High on the left hand side through Satan, and they're going to fail, but they're going to try anyway. So as you can see, this is why they want to place that C-hip within you. And when you go to Revelations, the 16th chapter, these are part of the rewards that you people are going to get for following after the devil, following after these modern day Egyptians, these Edomites, which are really worse than the Egyptians, but this is Revelation 16 and verse 1. It says, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image." Okay, so the mark. So what's the mark? We just told you what the mark is, the C-hip. So if you take that, there's going to be a grievous sore. And when you look at this word sore, it goes into a cancer. Okay, it's going to be a major disease that hits you people that take that thing, man. It's not going to be nice. It's going to be very painful. And you're going to be ashamed. Just like you people were ashamed when you took the C-hip. Not the C-hip, the VA, you know the rest, the double X. When you people took that, now you got all kind of people with all kind of, you know what I'm saying? Jamaican curse words in them. You know what I'm saying? You know what the Jamaican curse words are. Ras clot, blood clot. They got all those type of things in them. And then you ask the nurse, I don't know. Oh goodness. Oh no. Did you eat prunes? Did you do this? Did you do that? Oh, you must be allergic to air. Okay. So how much more when you take the C-hip, man? Helcos. It says a wound, especially a wound producing a discharge or pus. That's an infection right there. A sore, a ulcer. What is an ulcer? Let's look up the word. Let's look up the word ulcer. Let's look up the word ulcer. Okay, these are the things that you're gonna get from taking that, man. Ulcers, a peptic ulcer is a sore on the lining of your stomach, small intestine, or esophagus. A peptic ulcer in the stomach is called a gastric ulcer, and these things are painful. If I'm not mistaken, these things are painful. Okay, a duodenal ulcer is a peptic ulcer that develops in the first part of the small intestine, so on and so forth. Okay, so you get those things. What causes it? It's a bacteria, so on and so forth. Anyways, wow, you see, wow, you see what you see. This is see, so you can catch this ulcer by taking certain things, as you can see here, that these witches and warlocks give you. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Oh, it's like I don't even know how this played, but anyways, but I'll leave it at that. You can see it. I'm not gonna mention any of those things where they hit me with misinfo. So, so we've been warning you. We've been telling you. Been showing you. Through the scriptures, to stay away from these things, and we've been making it very, very clear. So if you take it, you've been watching these videos and you take it, okay, don't say that the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has not warned you. So anyways, with that, I'll say shalom.